Something perhaps a bit spooky happening on the stage. Something obviously the issue. Yeah, force Van Velzen to step back and just have a little bit of a look. I don't know what it was,
97.
but Marvin not overly comfortable there.
It's his favourite double. It hasn't always been his friend this week, but a new group, a new start, a frustrated Gary Stone, but a winning start for Marvin Van Velzen, our reigning champion. We just sensed that something still was going to happen for Marvin this week. He had a disappointing Group A for his high standards. Just explaining the situation between the pair of them, but no problem. Huge respect. Always going to be a big game between them two, but it's the Dutchman that starts very, very nicely. Definitely a 140, 180 for Hayward. Taylor's running away with this.
$125.
Taylor looking at 114 for the double breaker for a 3-0 lead, and he'd have this game exactly where he wants it. It's a 15-point gap in terms of the averages right now. And there's a 3-leg gap in terms of the scoreline as Taylor takes out the tops on the back of the 114 combo.
Scott, you require 167.
Tough afternoon for Luke. It could be a tough night for Shane Hayward because Scott Taylor is on the home stretch. He's 2 away. And bullseye for a spectacular finish. And what a way to finish. Scott Taylor, the favourite to win this really tough Group B. He had an excellent Group A campaign.
Mark, you require 76.
219, the location for dart number 2. 88, the location for dart number 3, but is unable to find.
You require 103.
Stone. This has kind of been the positions he found himself in a lot of legs against Marvin Van Velzen. Having to take out shots like this to stand a chance in the game. And he finds the 103 there into the top right-hand corner. Stone up and running for ton topper.
82. Mark, you require 84.
Pivotal moment here, crucial moment. Dudbridge first for 84.
Double 12 for 3-2 advantage. And now double 6.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
And Dudbridge moves 3-2 to the good.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing for Gary Stone. If Mark Dudbridge hasn't been as busy as he's said, he's not used to winning games.
140.
I don't care who you are, how much experience.
Mark, 20.
You'll be still feeling nervous here. This is to get off to a fantastic start. And that's exactly the case for Mark Dudbridge. A wonderful game. A proper fight, that one. It's a rise mark from Gary Stone.
140.
Almost reverse stacked that last dart. That was a beautiful dart. Van Velzen will start in the 18s. Pings it really clean. And another clinical finish. He's looking really, really good tonight, the reigning champ. It's almost like a free hit in one sense, but it is on throw here, remember. It's always a tricky finish, but that helps. 16's bed for bullseye.
98.
Not to be, but there has been a fallibility as far as Shane Hayward's doubles have been concerned. 0 from 6 on the outer ring. He's going to get a dart at tops for the break back and to turn this game to throw at 2-1. And that time there's no mistake. Hayward gets his first leg of the night.
Marvin, you require
but the darts
16.
for the match are now in the hands of Marvin Van Velzen. Returns to 3 more at double 8. Hayward chastising himself in the background. He feels like a match he's let slip. That's the winning hits for Marvin Van Velzen. He gets the better of Shane Hayward in a last leg decider 4-3. But that slip has opened up the door for Taylor to get that break back, and that maximum there has left himself on a double after 12, forcing Flash to come up with a flashy finish.
We've been blessed with an incredible amount of 180s this week. On Monday, it was nearly a record breaking. But double 14 is a double associated with Scott Taylor these days, and that's the reason why. He uses that in some ways of finishing you don't expect because of the love he has for that double. Doesn't he look composed tonight?
It's the type of game where you expect a big shot to go at some point, and it could well be the 116 here for Mark Dudbridge. It's a great guide. Double 18. Right on cue.
Shot on the third leg.
The 116
Mark
goes.
Dudbridge.
It's a 12-dart breaker throw for Mark Dudbridge. And this game really is catching fire.
Keep this going. I want this match to go the distance. It's been brilliant. Just a little shake of the head there from Dudbridge. How much of a missed opportunity will it be? Bends the wire. Dudbridge
4.
will be back.
Mark required 24.
To cap off what has been a remarkable match. 2 12s. Double 6. Dudbridge leaves his mark.
And the match.
A 4-1
Mark
success against Scott Taylor in a classic match. 104.5 the average in the end for Dudbridge. Scott Taylor's average ticked just under the ton towards the end. But what a game both players treated as two. And still Dudbridge feels like there's possibly more left in the tank. A 15-darter in the end, 104 the average.
90.
Pass this 1-2-7, but very, very gettable because you're getting 2
127.
options and 2 opportunities at a treble with your first 2 darts. And the disappointing is the fact that he knows he should be hitting a treble one of his 2 darts. The negative side is what he's given off right now. Hard to watch.
Well, if that went on Halloween night, we would have to call that 127 engraved. But Gary
87.
Stone's hopes may well
Shane, you
be
require
nailed to a
40.
coffin if he loses this particular match. Hayward looking at tops after 12. Pinning it for a 13-darter. And he's getting better as this game goes along.
Gary required
Putting number 1 against number 2. 99 problems possibly for Stone in terms of his group campaign. But this finish may not be one of them. As he pins the tops. We're back to 3-2. And Hayward forced to serve it out. But this for the match.
And the fact he hit that bolt. Is he going direct? Absolutely. Haymaker time for Hayward. And all the problems in the world for Gary Stone. It's a rice man, but what a disappointing night so far for the Gary Stone. He's come in wonderful form.
And I know we're only towards the end of leg 2, but Scott Taylor is averaging 125.29. I know it's only early days, but it's an example as to how well he is scoring in this contest thus far.
100.
Potential 11-darter in the previous. It was here as well. Double 10 for a 12. That will do nicely.
His third ton plus checkout of the night. A 12-darter sees us level at 1-1. Averaging 122.13.
Dudbridge, the way the programme is set, he's got 2 games out the last 3. And then comes back tomorrow night and plays 2 of the first 3 games.
108.
The first time tonight, a first wheel bellow from Marvin van Velzen, knowing the significance of that match. Scott Taylor maybe not overly enamoured by the reaction of the Dutchman.
100.
Yes, I don't think you like that, but it is part of the DNA of Marvin van Velzen. Maybe just what's been missing this week. I said he looked a bit flat earlier.
100.
Nothing flat about his last 6 darts.
In some senses, winning Group A may be a blessing in disguise because it's felt like the first couple of days he played with that pressure, that tag of defending champion. But now as the week goes along, he's playing a lot more free, a lot like the Marvin that won this title a few months ago. And with darts like that was the reason why he climbed the Super Series summit. For Scott, he'll be expecting to shake the hand of his opponent in a couple of moments' time. Van Velzen, tops for the win, tops for a 3rd win. A hat-trick of successes for the defending champion. Marvin van Velzen really is beginning to pick up a head of stride now. More opportunities at a double.
He's been extremely impressive tonight. Does he go for it? Why not? He has been magnificent tonight. Dudbridge has been magnificent this for the match. He needs a treble 17. Gets the treble 17 for the bull.
96.
And that would have been majestic for Mark Dudbridge to have completed this match. This an act of recovery for Shane Hayward. 2 darts, a double 18, double 9. That could have been his last dart of the match, but we go all the way to a last leg.
Or does he split the tent? You could just see Dudbridge just limbering up behind him. Well, that's exactly what he wanted. Another treble, make this game very interesting.
98.
Is that enough? Does that enough pressure on this
10.
double five?
For the match. Oh,
No
he's
score.
straight into the 12. He's burst the score. He's
Marking
given
require
Dudbridge
116.
an opportunity at a finish. He's already taken out tonight.
Incredible turn of events here. It was Hayward's to lose. You can see how close that was.
98.
Last chance
Shane, you
saloon.
require 10.
Cannot afford to miss this time. He has had his chances, had his opportunities. Dudbridge poised in the background and this doesn't go. It's going to be one dart. One dart at double two. The exhaler breath. He knows the significance of that dart.
6.
And he knows potentially the significance of that
Marking
miss.
require
I think
18.
Dudbridge picked on the fact that Hayward was looking just a little bit nervy. Any nerves for Dudbridge?
No
Neither
score.
player can finish this
Shane, you
contest
require
off.
4.
Hayward now has had a couple of visits to dispatch of Dudbridge. This time, surely it has to go. It's down for double two. The Madhouse to round off his
and the match,
campaign with a
Shane
win.
Hayward.
Recovery is probably the word of the night for Shane Hayward.
Scott, you require 118.
Two fine players who we're still waiting to see have that big moment. Scott had his moment in the limelight, and that was
James on the
courtesy of
third
finishes
leg,
like
Scott
that.
Taylor.
That is Scott Taylor's fourth tub plus checkout of the night. The 118 joins the 114,
Fourth
the
leg,
167 and the
it's Gary to throw
tongue.
first.
He moves 3-0
Game
to the
on.
good against Gary Stone. He is going to get time, but Taylor here can really pile the pressure on with a big visit.
108.
Well, doesn't get bigger than that.
See, Gary, you require 30.
Well, if there's one thing that the Northwest
Scott, you
players do
require
love,
30.
and I'm talking to Michael Smiths, the Luke Littleys, there's double 15.
And the match, Scott
Super
Taylor.
quick, super fast, and a real up and down night for Scott Taylor, but an absolute nightmare night on Halloween night for Gary. See out this leg, you can just see the little added frustration. But 5 or 6 minutes ago, if you'd have offered him this situation, he'd have snapped your hands off.
108.
Good response. Big moment in this match.
Mark, you require 54.
Needed for Van Velzen. Because for a
34.
moment, he looked like he
Marvin,
was
you
slipping
require
away
67.
like somebody trying to dance on a dance floor that was full of grease. Tops. 3-2 Van
shot on the
Velzen.
fifth leg,
And that
Marvin
ball is
Van
because he
Velzen.
knows he found himself in a pickle. He got his way out of it. He leads 3-2 with a break and has the darts for
Sixth
the win.
leg, it's Marvin to throw first.
Yep, 10 past
Game
1.
on.
Early hours of Friday morning. For me, that's such an important dart for Van Velzen, and boy, did we hear about it. There's always the fear of hitting the bull, so is he looking at a plan B? He certainly is. He likes the treble 7 combination. It's tops for the match.
Game
And
shot,
4
and the match,
wins out
Marvin
of
Van
4
Velzen.
for the brilliant Dutchman. He'll be absolutely delighted with his night's work. Mark Dudbridge, he played his part in a fascinating group. A really, really important moment there for Mark Dudbridge in that third game. But I think he'll take...